Shared offices save companies money. Hello and welcome back. On today's program, we go to South Africa to hear about a different way of doing business. How would you like to have a job that lets you work right beside people who may be working for another company? Sounds strange, right? Well, we'll explain. And then some very good news from India about the fight against polio. And one more thing, a look back at an American music festival that helped define an entire generation. As it is coming your way. Do you work here too? Johannesburg, South Africa has a new commercial trend. Owners of small businesses and self-employed people are renting desks and services in shared centers. That way, they save money and exchange ideas with others. Its shared space called the Open Collaborative Workspace is a good example. It operates on the fourth floor of building in a pleasant area just south of downtown Johannesburg. The neighborhood is called Maboneng. Inside the workplace is a larger open space with meeting rooms and workrooms off to the side. Desks, tables, and chairs are set up for meetings. The windows rise from floor to ceiling, permitting a good look at the city outside. A worker keeps the open workspace users supplied with coffee. Westray Wilkinson manages the space and also runs his own businesses from the workplace. It is an event planning company. We have to get a lot of great stories where businesses have started here and grown into Maboneng as a whole. The Open Center has about 30 members. Most are small startup companies related to the field of technology, but there are also satellite offices for manufacturing companies. One member of the Open Collaborative Workspace operates an online center for games of chance. Paul Carsten owns part of Open Collaborative Workplace. He knows that many traditional offices are dull and uninviting. By comparison, he praises the center's atmosphere as lively, a place that helps people develop ideas as they drink coffee and talk. They shared space and spaces like it are not the only places in Johannesburg that serve people who work alone or at a distance from their companies. For example, there is the IT Corner in the Johannesburg suburb Melville. The IT Corner is a coffee shop that gives many neighbors a place to work as well as a place to meet new and old friends. Amanda Forsyth is a local political worker. She says she visits the IT Corner often. This, for me, is an ideal working place because not only do I get to see various people all in one go often, but I also get to know what's happening in the neighborhood. Before becoming a counselor, I had my own company and working as an entrepreneur. That can also be incredibly lonely. Such spaces can also provide chances for networking. Lutando Mufabe works for a company called Digital Voodoo, which does digital marketing. The company has its headquarters in the open workplace. Mr. Mufabe says meeting and talking with others about subjects of interest can open new possibilities. You do get a lot of exposure. We do get a lot of business, like from just collaborating or just sharing the space. Mr. Mufabe has cooperated with another open members on advertising campaigns they are currently offering to several international clients. Good news in the fighting against polio. The World Health Organization says the disease poliomyelitis, better known as just polio, is no longer a threat in India. In 2009, half of the world's polio cases were there, but in 2011, only one case was reported there. Karen Lega tells how India has worked to stop the spread of the disease. Polio is caused by virus. It spreads very quickly from one person to another. Victims often lose the use of their arms and legs. In the most serious cases, polio can kill a person. 25 years ago, polio affected 200,000 children in India each year. The United Nations Children's Organization, UNICEF, sent of health workers into local villages. Team members like Zereb Pavin told families in the neighborhood about the importance of giving liquid medicine to children to protect them against polio. They used to think that the children will become sterile and will not be able to have children when they grew up. They used to think like this before, but now they don't. Now they allow their kids to get the drop. Asuma Khatun is a mother in the town of Gazimabad in the northern state of Uttar Pradesh. Whenever anyone comes, we get our children vaccinated. Even if nobody came to our house, we would send our children to get vaccinated. A local Muslim leader says the vaccination campaign has been successful because it is supported by religious leaders. The polio vaccination campaign has been successful here because of Muslim scholars are with us. With this support, we are able to make people understand that giving children in the vaccine is beneficial and crucial. The Indian government has now launched a new campaign to vaccinate 1,060 million children under the age of 5. The campaign will target unborn babies, migrants, and people living in poor, crowded areas where the disease spreads more quickly. It's hard to believe that so much time has passed, but it was on the date in 1969, 44 years ago, that Woodstock happened. It became known as the Woodstock Music Art Fair, even though it took place on Max Jager's farm in Bethel, not Woodstock, New York. A huge crowd, some say 400,000 long-haired politically and socially liberal young people, hippies, arrived to hear 3 days of live music by some of America's greatest rock and roll bands. A reminder, more learning English program are straight ahead, and there is world news at the beginning of the hour on VOA.